Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on length worksheet. So this video gives us a worksheet to do with length, and we can actually practice all the different conversions. There is a lesson on this topic, so if you're not sure what to do, on the next slide there is a link. Just click on the link and it will take you to the lesson and it will tell you how to do each of these examples. Now, in the lesson we saw some basic units, for example the millimetre, the centimetre, the metre and the kilometre. And we saw that for short measurements, like with millimetres and centimetres for example, you can use a ruler. For measurements like the metre, you can use a tape measure, like that's what the builders did. And for larger distances like the kilometre, you can actually use the car odometer. So the important thing here is, for these lengths, and that's what they are, they're actually lengths, you need to know the conversion. Once you know that, then the rest of it is quite straightforward. For example, you need to know how many millimetres there are in a centimetre. You have to know how many centimetres there are in a metre. How many metres there are in a kilometre. How many millimetres in a metre. How many centimetres in a kilometre. That's a tricky one because that's a very, very short measurement and that's quite long. And this one's even more amazing because you have to know how many millimetres there are in a kilometre. Then you can do the conversions. And it's the same all the way through. How many metres in a kilometre? You have to know that. How many centimetres in a kilometre, etc., etc. So you have to be very careful to decide. This is the little trick. I'll give you a little warning. You have to decide whether you're doing division or multiplication. So you have to read the question very carefully. The first thing you have to do, you have to know the conversion. You have to do that for every single example. You must know the conversion. And then you have to work out, do I do division or do I do multiplication? That is basically the only thing you have to really think about. And it's the same with all these examples here. Okay, there are 15 of them all together. Now, I'll give you a little hint, but I won't tell you the answer. Notice here, we're going from a centimetre to a millimetre, that is from a larger distance to a smaller distance. So we have to decide, when that is the case, do we do multiplication or division? So from a larger to a smaller, what do we do? Down here, from a smaller length to a much larger length, what do we do there? Okay, so they're the two differences. So you'll always have the choice. Do I do multiplication? Do I do division? But you always need to work out the conversion first. So this video has given us a worksheet where we can practice doing conversions with respect to different lengths. If we're not sure what to do, there's a link on the next slide which explains how to do all of the examples.